Hey guys, welcome to Reality Comics Presents here inside Metropolis Comics, your home for all comic books, cards, and kendamas. And if you guys want to ever be on the show, come on down to the studio inside the store. Today's episode is going to be pretty much all about news and review and a couple of interesting things that be happening in the entertainment business right now. The first one to talk about is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 leak picture of the Green Goblin. He is not Norman for the first time, he is Harry. And unlike the Sam Raimi version where the Green Goblin had a Power Ranger-esque helmet on, this new one looks a little bit like a bad hair day and the Green Ranger got together and Elton John designed the costume. It's not pretty, and I'm hoping this is not what the movie is going to finally be. But if it is, God help us. So by the time this airs, you're probably going to have seen the trailer for the new Spider-Man movie by now. I haven't seen it yet. Today's Tuesday, but I did see the leaked Russian version of it. WTF. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. But why are they doing Spider-Man 3 all over again? There is 3 villains so far. Rhino, Electro, Harry Osborn. You don't learn, Sony? When you put 3 in a movie, you ruin it. Put 2 or 1. Focus on story and character development. Don't put 3. Makes no sense. All right, next up, Days of Future Past. If you're wondering why Shadowcat isn't going back in time, is because it's Hugh Jackman. In an article on comicbookmovie.com, they were talking about why he's the one going back in time. It happens to be that since they're not actually sending a physical body back in time, and they're just saying the consciousness of the person, you can't send a 20-year-old person in the future back in time to their non-existent self. So the only person you can ever send it back to is the star of all the movies that they've ever made of X-Men, Hugh Jackman. Makes sense, right? Dollar sign says it does. And so he's going back in time. Now, will he have his adamantium claws? Or how will they explain that to us? Because in the movie right now, he has his bone claws. But in the future, he has his adamantium claws. But you get where I'm going with this. So, are you seeing The Hobbit later on this year? Because if you are, you're in luck. The next trailer for Christopher Nolan's next big hit, Interstellar, is attached to the movie. His track record has been already stellar as it is. So Interstellar, I'm ready for it. So according to various reports, another show that's coming to the CW in 2015 is going to be, guess it, wrong, Young Justice. So we'll have not only, hopefully, The Flash, but Young Justice right there. The show is supposed to feature Superboy and Miss Martian. And hopefully it might even feature The Flash, even though he's having his own show. So maybe we'll get a Flash show and a Young Justice show, and hopefully there'll be some sort of cameo or crossover effect going on. Good job to DC, because now it seems like their small screen universe is being built properly. Let's hope that this will translate into their big screen when they have the Superman vs. Batman movie. And hopefully we'll get more cameos from there, and hopefully can branch out. So, how to avoid an explosion? Quick hint, you walk away from the blast radius. And that's exactly what the World of Warcraft movie is doing. Because if you came around Star Wars Episode 7, it would swallow you up. So what they ended up doing is they changed the release date. So it's no longer coming in December 2015. It's coming in March 2016. Which is good because now they have a little bit extra time to develop the movie. And I never really played World of Warcraft. So whatever story they come out with will be new to me, and I will like it either way. All right, so time for a little bit of my personal rants. This week isn't really a rant, more like a concern. In the past video game iterations of consoles, we've never really had more than one good game per console. Super Nintendo, we had Death and Return of Superman. That was a great game based on the comic book, which was one of my first games I ever played on Super Nintendo, so I loved it. N64 and PlayStation 1, we had the Spider-Man game with Stan Lee doing the voiceover, but it was hard to find where to go because there was no map to point in the right direction. And then on the Xbox and PS2, we had Amazing Spider-Man 2, the game, which was the Spider-Man game for everybody. And then on the 360 and the PS3, we had the Batman Arkham series, which was just, heaven sent from Rocksteady, because we all felt that that was a game that should have been made, and it was finally made. Now, on the PS4 and Xbox One, I wonder what we're going to get, because personally, there's a lot of people who need their own game. Superman should be his own game. Green Arrow would be a great Batman spin-off game. Think about it. You're walking around Green Arrow in the shadows, just arching people down. That would be a great experience. Or The Flash. Open world, make the map big enough, and you can have your own cool series. What I'm trying to say is we need more superhero games. The content, the power, the CPU, it's all there. Just be creative enough to take a risk and try it. Superman 64 was the last time Superman was ever been in a video game that mattered, and it sucked. Do it over. Start all over. Make him better. Open world. Make him the Red Dead Redemption superheroes. Start from Krypton, go to Metropolis, and cover everything in between. Make them right, and we will come. But what I'm trying to say is make them. Don't make into a movie follow-up like the Thor games, the Iron Man games that have been terrible from God knows how long. Put effort into it. Don't base it on the movie. Make it a standalone. Give it 3-year cycles to produce it. And actually give a crap about the game. And trust me, it will turn out great. The list of people you can do it on is endless. All we need is a checkbook and the open mind to get it done. Take your time. Get these characters right. Make the games proper. We want to be these people some way or somehow. We want to be them. Give us a chance to be them. Make the game proper, and we will come and we'll give our $60 over to you, and we won't bitch about it. That's my rant for the day. If there's any other game that you thought about that was good during the past couple of console iterations that I missed, let me know, because I'm probably pretty sure there was one that I actually did like, Batman Beyond for N64. But that one didn't really go too far because, it kept getting harder and harder. And then Rise of Sensu on the original Xbox, that was a great game as well. But like I said, they don't follow up. They make one and then they stop. All right, guys, that's it for today's rant. Come back on Monday for the next episode when Matt explains a little bit more about his personal favorites in the comic book industry. And on Sunday, we'll have a new interview with the comic book guys over here at Metropolis Comics to see what they're reading, what they like, and what's going on in their world. All right, guys, in the meantime, take care of yourself. Peace.